Latest news on the Kenyan Police deployment to Haiti. So the latest news is that the Kenyan Police in Haiti have taken over a port after fierce clash with gangs. And this came after the Haitian Prime Minister declared a state of emergency that will take place in 14 cities for over 1 month or a 1 month thereabout. And after he declared that the gangs better lay down their arms and recognize the authority of the new interim government, the next day, less than 48 hours, the Kenyan police, being assisted by the Haitian police and the Haitian special force, went to the main port in Haiti. The port is called it's called Autorité Portuaire Nationale, meaning the National Authority Port. It's kind of the port for the Haitian Revenue Authority. So it's the main port. They took it from the gangs after fighting, and the Kenyans were equipped with the mod from this company that makes them called Max Pros. They are very good. I've seen several of them are being used by the United States Army in Syria. In Kenya, they work for the president. They are the ones in charge of protecting the president of Kenya and the leaders in Kenya, including the top leaders of the judiciary, the leaders of top agencies in Kenya. They are also the ones in charge of protecting foreign embassies in Kenya. The same specialized police unit has a special department that is called Anti-Terrorist Police Unit, ATPU. These ones are dangerous, and some of them are in this photo. As you can see, the guy at the back there who has a kind of brown t-shirt is one of the members of the ATPU, but which are still part of the larger general service police unit in charge of basically protecting high-level people in Kenya. So the HPU have been trained to deal with Al-Shabaab. They are the ones who know how to chase down the Al-Shabaab inside the Kenyan, country. And some of them have been seen in Haiti alongside their comrades to work with the Haitian police and the Haitian Special Force Police. And these ATPU they don't joke around. They're very good. They get trained by the United States and Britain in Kenya, but for the purpose of basically dealing with the threats of terrorism. And they're very good at it. And that's how the Kenyans are able to deal with gangs. Now, what was the story before they got there? In March this year, one of the largest maritime newspaper in the world that talks about ports gave this story saying that there will be shortage in Haiti after gangs attacked the Haiti's main container terminal. So the gangs came to this area. Most of the things that were coming here were humanitarian food from the World Food Program and the United Nations agencies. And these are food that were being brought to help people who are vulnerable. The gangs started controlling this medical and food supply, diverting them to areas where they were staying in, or diverting this food and this medicine to their own families instead of to the vulnerable people they were attacking. So it was very, very dire situation when they took Autorité Portuaire Nationale, meaning the National Authority Port, right? So they took that, and that was in March. And less than 4 months later, or 5 months, we have the Kenyans taking it back to the government. It's a win. It's one of the biggest win. The other thing you need to note is that the Haitian gangs get huge financing for converting Haiti as a staging, or rather do I call it a stopover for drugs headed to the United States, headed to Europe. We are talking about cocaine from Colombia, and we are talking about heroin coming all the way from Pakistan and Afghanistan and Iran. These Middle Eastern countries where you find poppy plant being grown are the ones responsible for, taking all this heroin to Haiti, waiting for the right opportunity to move it north into Europe. The rest is taken to West Africa, which is smuggled across the deserts of the Sahara and all the way to Europe through Spain. And the other, most of it goes to the United States from Haiti, because from Haiti it is easy to basically monitor the waterways and then get it to the United States. So that's how they do it, because Haiti is less than 200 miles from the United States. It's a very short distance by boat, and they do it. And that's why the United States actually is the main financier of this operation. The one thing we noticed is that the Kenyan police was seen kind of guarding the US embassy, and the reason for that was because in Kenya, as I said, they are trained to protect such installations, the embassies. The other thing is that the US are the main financier. They're the ones responsible for their paycheck. Yeah. And their paycheck is very, very good, and they're also responsible for equipping them and keeping them safe. And in case, and this is a scenario that is unlikely to happen, in case they are overrun by these gangs, the United States is there to provide evacuation means through boats and using their navy, because the US has a smaller navy, or military navy, that they control there in the north. And in case things go south, this is the region where the Kenyans will escape to and get on the United States planes and disappear. But I don't think that is going to happen, because we currently have 400 GSU, as I said, GSU, or anti-terrorist police unit from Kenya. These are not your normal police officers. Even in Kenya, they are the most feared. You can ask Kenyans. These are the police officers that make Al-Shabaab and the bandits in the north disappear. They are more feared than the Kenyan army. These ones, they are not nonsense. These guys know how to do their job. They know how to do their job because they are highly trained to do that. So let's go to the comment section below and say, and give these Kenyan their flowers. As I said, let's give them their flowers. They've done the impossible. And we were always skeptical about this mission, but they are proving us wrong, because as you can see, they are really doing their job.